If you've been on this channel for a while, you would know that I freaking love DC, bro. Like, don't get me wrong, bro. I love Marvel just as much as DC. But, bro, something about DC has generally always resonated with me, bro. Like, my entire life, it has always resonated with me. So when the DCU started last year, bro, and the Superman movie came out and beat 2 Marvel movies, one of them being a freaking Fantastic Four movie, bro, you best believe, bro, I was like every other DC fan saying, bro, DC is so back, bro. DC is so back, bro. And the thing is, bro, we were all like that because, bro, all DC fans, including me, had to spend the entirety of the 2010s watching Marvel absolutely dog walk DC in the box office, bro. Because DC wanted to put out terrible movies and junk. And with the release of the Batman and Superman, bro, it low-key felt like DC was kind of like getting their shit together, you know? Like it actually felt like DC was about to mess with Marvel in terms of movies, bro. But fast forward to this year and it's back to normal. Marvel beat DC in the box office. But to be fair though, it's Spider-Man. It's freaking Spider-Man. No other superhero, probably other than Batman, could literally match Spider-Man in terms of popularity, bro. But that's not the point of this video, though. So in today's video, I kind of want to give, like, my version of what I feel like the DCU Chapter 1 should have been like, you know? Which is something I don't really do on this channel because I'm not that creative, you know? But I do want to try, like, new ideas from, like, time to time to keep the channel fresh, you know what I'm saying? Shit, though, I low-key spent, like, 1 minute on the intro. So let's not waste no more time. Let's get into the video, bro. So currently in the DCU, we have Creature Commandos, Superman, Peacemaker Season 2, Supergirl, Lanterns, and Clayface. And also the 3 DCEU projects that are set to be canon to the DCU, but I digress. Alright, so for the first change I'd make, I would definitely make the Flash movie the last project of the DCEU. Now I'm mainly doing this because of the fact that you can use this movie to set up the DCU as this new, like, resetted universe, as you can have the movie end with the opening of Superman 2025, which will mark the start of the DCU. You can also use this as an excuse to recast the Flash. Now, the second change I'll make, which may be controversial to some people, but I'll make Robert Pattinson's Batman canon to the DCU. Now, I'm only doing this for one main reason, bro. This would avoid the issue of there being 2 live-action Batmans at once. Cause, like, why go through the trouble of casting a whole new Batman when you already have, like, a popular version of the character, like, right there, you know? Now, I was never really a fan of this idea, I ain't gonna lie. But, like, I feel like this would make the most sense, you know, financial-wise, you know what I'm saying? Now, as for how I would make this Batman canon to the DCU, I will get to that in a few minutes. Another thing I'll do is I will change the slate a little, as I feel like you should use this chapter to set everything up, you know what I'm saying? So as for the projects I decided to keep, first of all, Superman, obviously, since this is technically the start of the DCU, more or less on the movie side of things, but y'all get what I mean. You know, same cast, same everything, you know? Peacemaker Season 2 also stays, as it gives the show an ending, and it makes Peacemaker and all that other stuff fully canon to the DCU, you know what I'm saying? I'm also keeping Supergirl, but I'm reworking it into like an animated miniseries, because I feel like it works better that way, you know? I'd keep Lanterns as well, because I feel like it's fundamental to introduce your cosmic side of things with the Green Lantern mythos, you know what I'm saying? And the final thing I'll keep is Creature Commandos, but instead of it being on Chapter 1, I'd actually push it back to Chapter 2. Now look, bro, I freaking love Clayface, and I think his movie's gonna be great, but like, I feel like his movie doesn't really fit in with the slate, you know what I mean? But with all that being said, I'm gonna go over all the projects that I would have on my Chapter 1 if I was in charge of DC Studios, as you will. So the first movie I would make, which will be in the place of Supergirl, is a World's Finest movie. Now, I know, very original, right? But I feel like this movie would serve as like the perfect movie to not only leap off the hype of Superman 2025, but I feel like this would be the perfect movie to introduce Robert Pattinson's Batman into the DCU and make him canon, you know? You know, just have a character like Metallo as the main villain, and there you go, bro. There you go. Now, as for the movie after that, I would have that be a Wonder Woman movie, because this has been long overdue for her to get something, bro. Now, as for who should play her, I don't really know, because I'm not really like a casting type of guy, you know what I mean? But still, I would have a Wonder Woman movie that releases, you know, January or February of 2027. And I would have Cersei as the main villain, by the way. Also in 2027, I'd have the Supergirl animated miniseries that would release around either July or August. Let's go with July, why not? Now, the final movie I'd have released for this year is a Teen Titans movie, which I would have this release a month before Halloween, bro. Now, the reason why I'd have this movie release a month before Halloween, you know, in September, is mainly because, bro, like, The Titans are probably DC's most popular superhero team that's not named the Justice League, bro. And that's mainly because the team resonates with Gen Z a lot, bro. So imagine, and I feel like they should do this in real life too, bro. Imagine if they released a Titans movie like a month before Halloween, bro. I guarantee you, bro, everybody is dressing up as either Nightwing or Raven or Starfire or one of the members of the Titans, bro. Like, why not capitalize on this opportunity, bro? Like, it's right in your face. But as for the team lineup, I was thinking like the main five plus Blue Beetle and maybe Kid Flash and Donna Troy, but I digress. Also, I would have Deathstroke be the main villain. As for the projects in 2028, I'd put the sequels for both Batman and Superman here, as well as a Flash animated movie. Now, why a Flash animated movie, you may ask? If I'm being honest, gang, I don't even know. No, I'm trolling, but for real though, I feel like this movie will give the Flash something in the DCU, bro. Now, I know it's not a live action movie, but I feel like an animated movie for like a character like the Flash would work really well, you know? Now, as for the Batman sequel, I'd still have it be directed by Matt Reeves, as you can use this movie to introduce the Joker and Jason Todd into the DCU, if you catch my drift. And as for the Superman sequel, just like in the real world, it would still be called Man of Tomorrow, with Brainiac as the main villain, you know what I mean? And as for the final year of this video, 2029, I only have like 2 releases here, one of which being a Zatanna TV show, which low-key sounds kind of biased because if you know me, bro, you know Zatanna is my favorite female character of all time. But I feel like Zatanna is like the perfect character to balance, you know, the regular side of the DC universe with like the more magical, supernatural side of the DC universe, you know what I'm saying? And like you're about to see in a few minutes, bro, I got plans for her in this universe. Speaking of which, the only movie I'd have released this year is none other than a Justice League movie. And since Buddy almost got one out the ground back in 2008, I'd bring in George Miller to direct this film. Now, as for the lineup I chose for the Justice League, I went with the Trinity, you know, Barry Allen Flash, Green Lantern John Stewart, Martian Manhunter, and Zatanna, as I'd have the main villains of this movie be the Legion of Doom. And with that being said, here's how I would have done Chapter 1 of the DCU, if I was in charge, of course. Now, I know this isn't perfect, and I'm pretty sure there's gonna be people that call this dog shit, but for one, I don't really do this type of stuff, and 2, it's my channel, bro. I can do what I want. Anyways, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And also follow the TikTok. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.